Greetings from Columbia, South Carolina, and welcome into the Colonial Life Arena, where we have the green light to get basketball underway as the number one ranked South Carolina Gamecocks play host to the Cougars of the College of Charleston. Hello, everybody. I am Birch Antley, along with my broadcast partner, Khadijah Sessions. And Khadijah, South Carolina finished the year last season ranked number one. They start this season in that same spot, ranked number one in the country. A big reason, those three fabulous freshmen a season ago, now they are sophomores.
Ziya Cooke, she had a great freshman season, averaging 12 points, 3 rebounds a game. She is very explosive, athletic, and crafty with the ball, and she's a guard that can score at all 3 levels and also is a really good defender for Coach Staley. Bria Bill, she is coming off a solid freshman season, averaging 6 points a game, 5.5 rebounds. She's a really big physical guard for Don Staley in the Gamecocks, and she can really defend as well. Aaliyah Boston, she had one of the best freshman seasons you can have as a freshman, averaging 12 points, 9.5 boards, and 2 blocks. She was the unanimous Freshman of the Year, the 2020 Lisa Leslie Center of the Year, and the SEC Defensive Player of the Year. Look for her to have a big day and big year for Don Staley.
Well, last year's CAA conference leader in rebounding was Erin Eady for the College of Charleston. She will have her hands full indeed in the paint, trying to deal with Boston and the other Gamecocks down low for the College of Charleston. The Charleston Cougars, under the direction of head coach Robin Harmony, beginning her second season in Charleston. Boy, what a program she led in Lamar over in Texas in the Southland before taking the job in the Holy City. And we are underway, the 2020-2021 season. And South Carolina drops in the first bucket. They take the early lead, 2-0. Your starters on the floor in white for the Gamecocks: Cooke, Henderson, Boston, Beal, and Victoria Saxton. For the College of Charleston, the visiting Cougars, they're going with Madison Taylor, Taylor Williams, Erin Eady, Tyler Collins, and true freshman from Bladensburg, Maryland, number 5, Tyler Gray. Boston comes away with it for South Carolina. They push it up ahead, and a turnover, that's not what Don Staley wants to see early going, Khadijah.
Not early, but it's going to be interesting to see the South Carolina Gamecocks this year without Ty Harris and Kiki Herbert-Harrigan, and see how they're, control the game and system. You've seen Destiny Henderson and Ziya Cooke, how they can score and how they can defend, but you didn't really have to do too much when you had a point guard like Ty Harris. So it's going to be very interesting to see how they control the game, how they get into their offense, and how they get all these weapons under control.
Here is South Carolina on the move with Henderson. Little stop and go for Henderson, and she drops it in as South Carolina takes the lead 4-0. Early going, just underway. You may see things a lot different this season here in Columbia and around the SEC and in college basketball in general. South Carolina, they have flipped the court, so to speak, as the teams are bottom of your screen when they used to be top of your screen, and you see the virtual sellout here at the Colonial Life Arena, the cutouts, the cardboard cutouts that fans have purchased. Yeah, and they will keep that spot all season long. What a great idea by the South Carolina marketing department.
Yeah, I think it's going to be very different for the all teams at home games, but definitely the South Carolina Gamecocks, leading attendance in the NCAA for maybe 2 or 3 years in a row, going from 14,000 fans to maybe none. So I think it's going to be a little different, but it's also, just I'm sure they're happy to be back playing basketball, Birch.
Victoria Saxton drops both free throws in. It was Madison Taylor, the junior from Raleigh, North Carolina, called with the foul for College of Charleston. Charleston basketball, 8:21 remaining here in the first, down 6-0. They'll launch a 3, missing left side. Fighting for it is Ziya Cooke for South Carolina. In contention with Erin Eady. Check that was Madison Taylor. College of Charleston, 13 wins a season ago, 17 losses. They picked up 6 wins compared to 12 losses in the Colonial Athletic.
Yeah, they're getting better each season. They came up a little bit from the past season, so the coach, just excited seeing her girls getting better each year.
There is second season head coach Robin Harmony. She was the CUSA Coach of the Year. It's one of her many accolades, and boy, was she a player in her day at the University of Miami. Was the first women's basketball player inducted into Miami's Athletic Hall of Fame.
Great basketball player.
High arcing shot. And there is Aaliyah Boston for South Carolina coming up with the defensive board. Henderson ahead. Victoria Saxton, boy, she is long and lean. And Victoria Saxton will go back to the line where she nailed both free throws her first time. 6'2" junior from Rome, Georgia. 57% free throw shooter a year ago, averaging nearly 5.5 points per ball game.
Gamecocks are doing a really good job getting the ball out quick and pushing the tempo. College of Charleston is getting one shot, and Aaliyah Boston's down there getting a rebound every single time, kicking it up to Destiny. Destiny's getting it and kicking the pace up really quick for the Gamecocks.
Rattles out of there. Tyler Gray whistled for the foul. 1 for 2 this trip is Saxton. South Carolina blanking Charleston right now 7-0. There's a takeaway by the Gamecocks. It's Bree Bill. Bill left to right on the dribble, spins in the lane, puts one up and banks it in. Nicely done by Bree Bill.
Such a great move, Birch. Right there by the sophomore Bria Bill.
Timeout called. Charleston wants to stop the clock and talk about it as they trail South Carolina. The number 1 ranked Gamecocks with 7:19 to play here in the opening stanza, 9-0. Nice move there by Bree Bill, one of those super sophomores for South Carolina as they lead 9-0 over the Cougars. Averaged just over 6 points per game last season, and boy, is she athletic or what with the basketball, Khadijah?
She's just a really big physical guard that can do a lot for Don Staley. That right there, you just seen, she gets into the passing lane, she can push the ball, and she can really score at the rim.
Plays a lot bigger than 6'1" as well. In her 13th season with the Gamecocks, over 300 wins for Carolina, 305 to be exact, and 477 in her career. Beginning her 21st as a head coach overall and her 13th here at Columbia, Dawn Staley. And what a job she has done. But boy, you've got to really feel for her and every athlete, really. You feel for every college athlete, regardless of the sport.
Right.
From last season that was interrupted by the pandemic. But you know, she had a chance to possibly win a national championship and a gold medal,
right,
all in the same year.
I mean, that's tough, but you know, she just wants what's safe for everyone. I spoke with her yesterday, and she just wants everybody to stay safe and focused and make sure everybody's doing the right thing to make sure basketball can keep, you know, going this year.
Well, the right thing is drinking whatever they're giving you from section, whatever that is, with love that's coming from that cup that Dawn Staley was sipping on there. 9-0 South Carolina, 7:13 to play here in the first. College of Charleston still looking for their first field goal. They're 0 for 7 from the floor and getting out-rebounded by South Carolina 5-1 right now.
South Carolina's doing a really good job in their 1-3-1 zone. What you don't see Don Staley and the Gamecocks do much is just start off the game in zone, but right now they're starting off in a 1-3-1 zone, and it's being really difficult for College of Charleston to rebound out of, and they're only getting one shot attempt, which is not really good right now because they're undersized.
Cross-court pass to Ziya Cooke from Destiny Henderson. Cooke misses, but there's Victoria Saxton. Following it up with Saxton's miss is Boston getting the board, but it's out of bounds to the Cougars. And you see Henderson harassing the Cougars there on the inbounds pass. And she's guarding the junior Tyler Collins out of Atlanta and Woodward Academy.
The Cougars just have to settle in and just get the jitters out. And they're, you know, everybody's just their first game in such a long time. I think the Cougars just have to do a better job at running their offense.
Another takeaway, South Carolina, and flying to the hoop is Ziya Cooke. Misses that lay-in opportunity, and the Cougars will come away with a loose ball. Down 9-0 midway through the first. 2 player fouls for College of Charleston, none for South Carolina. It's another turnover. South Carolina comes up with the possession. Cooke driving in, and she will draw contact. Looks like number 15, Aaron Edie, the junior from St. Francis School in Atlanta, Georgia. Led the conference, the CAA, a season ago in rebounding with 9.7 per game. And she has been picked as a preseason second-team all-conference player.
Gamecocks are doing a really good job of just attacking the basket, not settling for jump shots, and they got a lot of fouls right now drawn on the College of Charleston players. The College of Charleston has to make sure they don't get in too much foul trouble,
Ziya Cooke is good with the free throw. South Carolina leads by double digits now, 10-0. 6:13 to play here in the first from the Colonial Life Arena. South Carolina and Charleston opening the season. The Gamecocks 19-2 in season openers under Dawn Staley. They've won their last 9 in a row to open things. They've also won their last 9 meetings with the Cougars. The last time Charleston won against South Carolina, you have to go all the way back to 1991.
Wow.
Gamecocks shooting 3 of 6 from the field. Charleston 0 for 9. Saxton passes across the court. Destiny Henderson. Henderson gives it up to Cooke to Boston. Boston mid-range misses that shot, but there's Victoria Saxton with a stick back. Victoria Saxton.
She's so underrated for the Gamecocks. She's very explosive. She can jump really high. She finishes well around the basket, and she's a really high motor for the Gamecocks.
Between the legs goes Tyler Collins. Collins averaging a dozen points a season ago in her sophomore season. Still looking for their first bucket to drop. Charleston comes up with a big offensive rebound. And nice move there by Collins. Can't find the handle, and it's South Carolina basketball leading 12-0. Ziya Cooke, little floater, gathers her miss, and the second effort is good, and she draws the contact as well. Ziya Cooke is tough as nails.
She's very strong and athletic. She's not going to give up on the play, and she's a really, really big competitor. I love her game.
Madison Taylor, the junior, will head off the court. She'll take a seat near Robin Harmony, the second-year head coach. Gamecocks will make some switches as well. Bree Bill comes off, so does Aaliyah Boston. And Ziya Cooke completes the three-point play. South Carolina ahead now 14-0. And Ziya Cooke will join Boston and Bill on the bench. 2 fouls now from Madison Taylor, the junior. She heads off for College of Charleston. There's Lily Grissett on for the Gamecocks. Lily, number 24, the 6'2 senior, the only senior on the squad for Dawn Staley this year. Also, Elisa Weselek out of Charleston, the junior, on the floor.
She went 5 out, Birch. She subbed all 5 players out.
Letitia Amahir and Destiny Littleton, who sat out a season ago for NCAA transfer rules as she transferred from Texas and took that time to have major surgery to fix lingering ankle problems.
I think she's going to be a really big addition to this Gamecock team. She brings a vet kind of spirit. She can shoot the ball. She's a really good competitor. So I think she's going to be a really good add-on for the Gamecocks.
Lily Grissett drops it in. Grissett can play just about any position Dawn Staley wants her to. She can go guard, forward, big forward, small.
She plays 1 through 5.
Exactly. And she really has progressed her game every year since arriving as a true freshman when she at times looked a little out of place.
Right.
$17-0. South Carolina ahead. 3:55 to play here in the first. Still looking for their first bucket is College of Charleston. 0 from the floor. They'll launch a 3. missing there, and coming up with a loose ball is South Carolina and Destiny Littleton. Littleton out of San Diego, California, 5'9" junior. She was a McDonald's All-American coming out of high school.
That was a great play, great defensive play. She got in position and took a great charge and transition there on Destiny Littleton.
So Destiny out of control there in the offensive player foul. Good job defensively by number 23, Tyler Collins, the junior for College of Charleston, trailing 17-0 to the number 1 ranked Gamecocks of South Carolina on a 26-game winning streak. There's Taylor Williams, number 2, 5'9" sophomore out of Daytona Beach, Florida. She was named to the all-rookie team a season ago in the Colonial Athletic. Chance for Charleston to light up the scoreboard for the first time today. A miss there, however.
Charleston, they are getting better each year. They have a really big recruiting class coming in next year. They have 3 big kids that the coach is really excited about that's ranked in the top 250 in the country. So they're a rebuilding program, and I think she's going to do a really good job. It's only her 2nd year, and they're already getting better, and they're just going to get better each year.
South Carolina had those super freshmen a season ago, just 1 this year, and she is on the floor. Number 2, Anaya Russell, 6'1", from Baltimore, Maryland. Littleton, scoop shot not there, and Lily Grissett. Easy bucket for Lily Grissett. Gamecocks ahead 19-1 now. 2:57 to play here in the opening period.
Gamecocks are out rebounding the Cougars by 7 rebounds right now. That has to do with the height as well. Gamecocks are just a bigger team than the Cougars. The Cougars have to do a better job at rebounding the ball on both ends of the floor.
See the numbers, South Carolina 14 boards compared to Charleston's 8. Leading by 18 points with 2:42 to play here in the first. Second-year head coach Robin Harmony. She is going to recruit the state of Texas to try to build her base to get things going. She's already started and has picked up 3 really, really good players out of this year's class. Signing day in November, and she's really, really happy about what she has done coming out of the Lone Star State, where she really built a great program at Lamar before taking the job in Charleston. Letitia Amahir with the follow-up there on the missed free throw for South Carolina. They lead 22-1 now. Myra Williams
the Gamecocks are doing a really good job at limiting the Cougars to 1 shot and pushing the ball and pushing the tempo.
Wave that attempt off there as contact made before. As Anaya Russell, 6'1" freshman. She can really shoot the deep ball too.
Really good player. I spoke with Coach Staley yesterday. She was really impressed with how good she is coming off a ball screen. Says she's one of the best making decisions coming off of ball screens, knowing exactly where the ball's supposed to be. So I'm really excited to see what she's going to do for Don Staley and the Gamecocks this season.
This is the free throw. She was fouled by Taylor Williams. First foul on Williams, the sophomore from Daytona Beach, Florida. A great freshman season, averaging 9 points a year ago. 23-1, Gamecocks over the Cougars. Tyler Collins in traffic. Gets bailed out as she makes a nice pass there to Edie. And Edie draws contact.
Edie's one of the leaders on this Cougars basketball team. I spoke with her yesterday. She just spoke about having 6 freshmen and her being an underclassman last year to now she's a upperclassman, and she's just trying to be more vocal, and lead by example to her freshmen. So keep an eye on her tonight. That's 2 made free throws by her.
55% free throw shooter a year ago was 80. Looks good there on both of those shots. She was fouled by Elisa Weselek for South Carolina, who's from Charleston, played at Northwood Academy. And Dawn Staley was really, really high on Elisa Weselek coming in to this season and this ball game. Just yesterday telling the media that Weselek looks good. She has really practiced well. She has done everything asked of her in the offseason, and that it's up to the coaching staff really to find a spot for Weselek. And they really, it's not Weselek that's putting her out of playing time. It's the coaches, she says. Edie with the foul is Amahir at the line for South Carolina. Extends that lead now 24-3. South Carolina just so deep. They were very deep last season, but of course lost Ty Harris and Kiki Herbert Harrigan to graduation. Boy, they are just deep again this year.
Yes, they are. Coach Staley I've never seen her do a 5-in, 5-out sub, and she just did that today. So that's letting you know right now the number one team in the country is a very deep basketball team, and she's trusting each player early on in the basketball games.
Weselek with a big defensive board for South Carolina. 24-5 is your score. South Carolina here in the first with 1:12 remaining. And Khadijah, here is that basket from College of Charleston.
I think that was a really great take, and I think that's what they have to do more, get in the meat of South Carolina defense and attack them just as the same way as South Carolina is attacking them. I think the Cougars have to do the same thing on the other end.
Foul whistled on Anika McGarity, the 6'1 freshman, one of those Texans out of San Antonio. She played at Smithson Valley High School. Lily Grissett at the line for Carolina. Grissett, an outstanding free throw shooter. 73% was Lily last year. 1:10 remaining here in the first. It's the number one ranked Gamecocks of South Carolina opening the season, leading 26-5 over the Cougars of Charleston. Just inside the three-point line is Tyler Collins.
Beautiful shot by Tyler Collins. She's going to be the player that she's probably going to play 40 minutes. She led the team last year in minutes, and I'm sure she's going to play a lot of minutes here today versus the Gamecocks.
Shot 34% from the floor last season, scoring 12 points per game. Three-point try for South Carolina, and the freshman Anaya Russell with the miss. And South Carolina underneath, there's Lily Grissett. Boy, Lily Grissett looking good early, coming off the bench for South Carolina.
She's going to be one of those players, Birch, that you're going to have to keep an eye out for this year with the Gamecocks. She's going to be a really big part of the team, and she can do it all.
She's kind of like a seagull. She's a poacher. She's she's always in the right place at the right time, and if you leave her a cracker, she's gonna take it.
Right. She's very aggressive.
28-7. 18 seconds left here in the first, and McGarity quickly now with 2 fouls coming off the bench for Charleston. Destiny Littleton at the line. Junior good with that shot. Makes both. So McGarity will leave the floor. She came off the bench, the Texan, and quickly picked up 2 fouls. So Robin Harmony is going to escort her off. As we go under 15 seconds here in the first, with the Gamecocks ahead by 23. Gamecocks come out to harass Collins. Collins breaks through, misses the lay-in opportunity, and South Carolina will hold it as time expires here in the first with the number one ranked Gamecocks under Dawn Staley, beginning her 13th year with South Carolina leading 30-7. Welcome back to Columbia, South Carolina season opener, and Lily Grissett has been hot coming off the bench for the Gamecocks, already pouring in 9 points and 4 boards.
Bert, she's just in the right place at the right time, never stops working for the offensive rebound. As you see, she's going to come on this next clip, she's going to come from the three-point line all the way to the bottom, get the rebound, make 2 dribbles, and finish on the other side. She's such a great asset to have on a team. 9 points, 4 rebounds in just 5 minutes. Lily Grissett.
3 for 3 from the floor is Lily. And Lily Grissett in South Carolina rolling right now by 23 over the visitors from Charleston and the CAA, Colonial Athletic Association, where they finished, Charleston did last season with 6 wins, 12 losses. Overall, 13 wins in the opening season for Robin Harmony as the head coach. Longtime assistant at her alma mater, Miami, before taking a head coaching job at Lamar in Texas, where she was really on fire there. And accepted the position head coach at College of Charleston, and has already shown her prowess in recruiting the Lone Star State. She's hoping she can really build a base there. What a move there for South Carolina. And Ziya Cooke out of Toledo, Ohio, 5'9" sophomore, on a lot of watch lists this season, along with, of course, Aaliyah Boston. Also, Bree Bill on a couple of lists as well.
Yeah, I mean, when you have the number 1 freshman class of last year, you're going to have a bunch of them on a lot of watch lists for a lot of people. All 3 are very good competitors. They're going to compete every single game. They don't really care about, the stats and the individual praise. I spoke with both Aaliyah Boston and Ziya Cooke yesterday, and they both spoke about they just want to win. They're focused on the season. They're focused on making sure everybody's doing the right thing, and they just want to win. They want to get back to that national championship.
34-9 Gamecocks as we look again at Ziya Cooke spinning in the lane. Boy, she is just so athletic and
crafty.
Very, very talented is Ziya Cooke.
Great shot there by Taylor Williams.
Big shoes to fill for South Carolina in that guard position. You had Ty Harris 4 years as a Gamecock, one of the best guards in history for South Carolina.
I mean, coming in as a freshman, winning the national championship, going into UConn, having 0 turnovers. I mean, it's just things that I will never forget about Ty Harris. How she runs the basketball team is great.
Almost a full court shot to end a period last season. Around this time of year, it was the holiday season. It was closer to Christmas time when she dropped one underneath the chimney against South Dakota, a team South Carolina will see shortly, as they will make the trip up to South Dakota to play in a tournament following this matchup here with Charleston. 3rd foul whistled there on Madison Taylor.
It's a great handoff assist there by Aaliyah Boston, just not being, she was in the wrong spot, but Ziya Cooke was in the right spot and still got that 3 off.
We'll take that foul away from Madison Taylor, actually, and give it to Shy Blanding, her first, number 1.
She just hands it off to her in the corner, Birch. I don't think Aaliyah Boston was in the right spot in that play, but I know Ziya Cooke was. She was ready to shoot that ball.
37-11 Gamecocks. Victoria Saxton down low. There's Bree Bill, turn around, drops it in easily, and picks up the foul as well.
I mean, that's where her big guard skills come in. Guard post up. That play right there was just designed for her to go and post up a small guard because she's 6'1", very strong, and can finish around the basket. Great call there by Coach Staley.
So Bill at the line for South Carolina. Chelsea Wooten whistled for the foul, her first. Bill misses there, but South Carolina comes away with a rebound. I mean, Victoria Saxton.
They're getting just about every rebound there is, Birch. I think the Cougars have to go into halftime and regroup and really focus on coming out and limiting South Carolina's rebounding. Rebounding margin right now is 23-9.
On Taylor Williams. 2 fouls for Taylor, the sophomore. Gamecock basketball leading 39-11 as we go underneath 8 minutes to play here in the half. Victoria Saxton.
Great pass there by Ziya Cooke to Victoria Saxton.
South Carolina starting to establish their position down low now. Definite size advantage for the Gamecocks in this rotation on the floor with Saxton and Boston, the original starting 5 on the floor for Dawn Staley's Gamecocks. Ziya Cooke, Destiny Henderson, Aaliyah Boston, Bree Bill, and Victoria Saxton.
It's a really good lineup.
Saxton whistled for a foul. The Gamecocks trying to go for a turnover. Boston slaps it away into the hands of Destiny Henderson. Henderson one-on-one, trying to pass back. Unselfish play there by Henderson, which she probably should have just taken it herself, trying to go backwards to Bree Bill on a trailer.
Right, I'm thinking she's thinking her players are right behind her, and it's actually Charleston running right behind her. It's going to be hard to see Coach Staley facial expressions this year on the sideline with those masks on.
And hard for her to eat her candy, her hard candy treats that she is so fond of during games. Boston with a rebound for South Carolina, leading by 30. Good ball movement for the Gamecocks. Cook to Beal. Beal will wait on another pass. Boston spots it up and drains it.
I mean, just great ball movement. Just started off with Aaliyah giving an outlet pass to Destiny. Destiny finding Ziya. Ziya finding Bria, and then going right back to Beal running the floor. Great, great basketball.
43-11 Gamecocks with 6:58 remaining here in the half. Ziya Cooke, the #1 ranked Gamecocks,
I mean,
all over Charleston right now.
Starting from an 0-2 start with the crafty move in the corner to a great dish there to Victoria Saxton to this handoff three-point basket made in the corner. Ziya Cooke, she's starting to get it going, and she's one of the dangerous ones you have to watch out for when it comes to that scoring, Birch.
43-11, South Carolina with the lead over the Cougars. Ziya Cooke with 9 points on 3 of 5 shooting. 2 for 3 is Ziya from the free throw line. Just 2 points and 4 boards right now for Aaliyah Boston. She just picked up her first basket just moments ago. South Carolina with a 9-0 run right now. It's Cougars basketball.
One thing I like about Aaliyah Boston, like you said, Bert, she only has 2 points, and that just came recently, but she just lets the game come to her. She doesn't force anything. She's such a big player, but she doesn't force anything, let the game come to her, and she normally ends the game with a double-double, a very quiet one, but she's just such a great player and a team player.
And a great leader as well, as she was just a sophomore and voted as one of the team captains, her and Victoria Saxton, second year for Saxton, being named one of the team captains.
Both of those young ladies are, they will brighten up your day if you talk to them. If you know them individually, they both are really great players and people.
And there was Boston out near the timeline causing that errant pass into the hands of Destiny Henderson for South Carolina. Here's Boston down low working hard.
Just watch how Victoria Saxton runs the floor, seals the defensive player so Destiny Henderson can come and make a layup. Destiny Henderson is one of the fastest guards with the ball in transition in the country.
All SEC tournament team back in March was Destiny Henderson. Henderson passes over to Ziya Cooke. Now Bree Bill just inside the three-point line. Rattles out. Saxton going for the rebound, but it's into the hands of the Cougars of Charleston and Tyler Collins. Collins, nice skip pass ahead. And there's Boston for the rebound for South Carolina on the miss by the Cougars.
It was such a great pass. I mean, I don't think that pass could be any better than that. That was a great pass by Tyler Collins. Just couldn't finish the basket.
Collins, that was a great pass. Averaging 2.5 assists a season ago. 32 steals. She had a good, even stat line. All the way across did Collins, is a sophomore out of Atlanta a season ago. 214 career assists coming into this season. Just 2 seasons of work.
That's just a great stat to have as a point guard in that assist category.
45-11 Gamecocks. Cougars with the basketball. 5:12 to play here in the opening half. Boston is there for the rebound. Errant pass by the Gamecocks gets away from Ziya Cooke. She was looking for her teammate there, Bree Bill.
And you see there the big girl is just screaming, get it back. She sees that Ziya's down from that turnover, and she's just there being the captain, being a leader, encouraging her teammates.
Her debut a season ago, a triple-double. Double-digit points, rebounds, and blocked shots. What a way to debut last season for the freshman then. What a move by Ziya Cooke. I'm afraid we're going to see a lot more of those plays from Ziya Cooke this season.
I mean, she's just going to keep the defense guessing. She can pass. She can score from all 3 levels, Birch. That's a good trait to have as a basketball player, being able to score from all 3 levels and being able to pass. Ziya Cooke has the whole package. And she's only a sophomore.
Take a look here. She gathers the steal, takes it away. Ziya Cooke
turns the defense, turns him again, and finishes off the same leg.
Changes direction.
And she knows it was cool.
As Lily Grissett away from the ball, whistled for the foul. Cougars with possession.
It's only Boston's first foul and 3rd team foul in the half.
Tisha Amahir on the floor for South Carolina, along with Destiny Littleton, Lily Grissett. Boston and Ziya Cooke remain on the floor, the 2 of the 5 original starters. 3-man switch here for Dawn Staley and the Gamecocks as they lead 47-13 now with just under 4 to play.
That was a great rebound and finish by Nia Covington on the other end for the Cougars.
Nia Covington, the sophomore from Richmond, Virginia. Averaged 3.5 points coming off the bench last season in her freshman year. 3.5 rebounds per game as well. Boston takes the entry pass and smoothly drops it in on the jumper.
She has
4 points now for Boston.
She has such a nice touch around the basket. Birch is a really good jump shot. I would like to see her shoot more jump shots this season. That's what I want to see her add to her basketball game this season, is more jump shots. She can shoot the ball. She just doesn't shoot the ball during the game time.
Hit 2 3-pointers a season ago in 12 attempts. Nice ball movement again for South Carolina. And Lily Grissett is in double figures scoring coming off the bench. She's got 11.
What a pass by Ziya Cooke to Lily Grissett to finish that play.
Take another look here as Boston comes away with the defensive handle, and then Cooke to Lily Grissett. Count it for South Carolina.
And that's what's such a good thing about being a great scorer and a person like Ziya Cooke. She draws so much attention with the defense that you can't leave anybody open because she's going to find them. She's going to do a good job at finding her teammates.
Gamecocks ahead 51-13 here in the season opener. South Carolina finished the season last year ranked number 1 in the country. A lot of people's de facto national champion, if you will. SEC champions. Finished the year on a 26-game winning streak. Did not lose a game in the States. The only loss came in a holiday tournament in the Virgin Islands to Indiana.
I mean, it was such a heartbreaking season last year. I mean, I spoke with Ziya Cooke and Aaliyah Boston and Coach Staley yesterday, and everybody said the same thing. They were just so sad to get that text message ending the season, knowing that they're coming off of a great season and #1, and just so heartbreaking. Everybody says there were, some people were crying. They were so hurt for Ty and Kiki seasons to end, how they did because of what they brought to the team.
2 personal fouls now on Edie. Aaron Edie, preseason second-team all-conference player and the leading rebounder in the conference in the CAA last season. He's picked up a couple of fouls here in the first half for the College of Charleston. South Carolina basketball, they'll pull the trigger here on the inbounds with Lily Grissett. She'll go to Ziya Cooke. Cooke launches a 3, in and out. There's Boston, big rebound, backs in, finds the space and finds the box and drops it in off the glass, off the square. 6 quick points now for Boston.
And didn't I tell you, Bert, she's gonna just let the game come to her. She's gonna end this game with a double-double. She already has 6 points and 8 rebounds, and you're just noticing her.
53-13, Gamecocks. 3-pointer too short there from Taylor Williams. South Carolina basketball. Littleton passes over to Ziya Cooke, top of your screen. Cooke works in 1-on-2. Let's take another look at Aaliyah Boston, sophomore, preseason All-American. Good things come to those who wait, don't it?
Just look how patient she is when she catches the ball, Birch, knowing what's around her. She's so patient and so calm when she's in the paint.
Covington whistled on the foul. Nia Covington, the sophomore, coming off the bench for Charleston as Ziya Cooke drops it in. Cooke, a 71% free throw shooter as a freshman last year. Played in every game as a freshman, did Ziya.
Really, really big competitor.
Almost like a carbon copy of Ty Harris coming out of high school.
Yes, I agree.
Good sportsmanship there by Aaliyah Boston and the Gamecocks, helping Edie off the deck. Gamecocks ahead 55-13, 2:11 to play here in the second. 2 fouls now on Lily Grissett. Grissett in double figure scoring for the Gamecocks. Grissett 11 points on 4 of 4 shooting from the floor, 3 of 4 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds. Throw in an assist as well.
She's been very solid today here for the Gamecocks.
Pulls the string on the second shot. It's Tyler Collins. Anaya Russell, the lone freshman. After Dawn Staley brought in a huge freshman class that was much heralded and ballyhooed a season ago. There'll be another much heralded and ballyhooed freshman class that's a lot bigger than the one that she brought in with Anaya Russell coming in next season. Again, another #1 ranked recruiting class for Dawn Staley.
I mean, Coach Staley has just built this program from the bottom up. You just have to respect what she's done here in Columbia, South Carolina, bringing so much talent to South Carolina, and the players trusting her to come here and build this program. It takes that. It takes people trusting the program, trusting her coaching staff, and taking this program to the next level. And if you've seen where she started and where she is now, you know that it's a process and you have to trust it.
And everyone in Columbia believes, everyone in South Carolina that follows South Carolina women's basketball, what a following it is, leading the country year in and year out in attendance figures. And she said after that win, that historic win here in Columbia last season against UConn, it was for the culture, and what a culture she has built here in her tenure in South Carolina. Destiny Henderson, her first foul.
And what I love about her most is that she loves the fans. She gives everything to the fans. She wants the fans to be there. She wants the fans to be there for every step of the way, and she gives all the credit to the fans. So just watching the fan base from when she first started to where it's at now, I mean, she has people watching basketball that never watched basketball before to support from what she's done here at South Carolina.
57-16 Gamecocks.
Olivia Thompson just checked in, one of the probably the best three-point shooter on the Gamecocks basketball team.
Dawn Staley saying she really needs Olivia's shot too. She says, you know, we're so deep and we have to play everybody. We're going to see a lot more timeouts probably this year and a lot more substitutions, she feels like sometimes. Everybody played last year too, and everybody, when they got their minutes, they got their points too.
Right. I mean, Olivia used to come in and shoot 2 threes in 30 seconds and make them, and the crowd would go crazy.
Every player returning from a season ago at one point in time during the year had double-digit ball games. 2 fouls now on Aaliyah Boston. She is talented at tying knots, too. Free throw is good there for Tyler Gray, the 5'8 freshman out of Bladensburg, Maryland. Robin Harmony, the second-year head coach for Charleston, really high on Tyler Gray's game. She got the start to open the season here against the number 1 ranked Gamecocks. That says a lot right there. Second foul on Gray. So 2 shots here for Anaya Russell.
Freshman found herself back to the line, seeing baskets go through. She looks really comfortable out there with those girls.
Good-looking free throw shooter there, Anaya Russell, the freshman. Russell with 5 points now, all coming from the free throw line. 5 of 6 from the line. Long distance three, dialing it up and banging it in. Charleston, Chelsea Wooten, the freshman from McKinney, Texas, hitting that one from the Alamo.
And that was deep, Bert. They need a little bit more of those.
McKinney North High School. One of 4 Texans on this roster, all brought to Charleston by Robin Harmony in her 2 years.
Great movement. Great find, great shot.
61-18 now. Letitia Emma here.
She's a really, really great basketball player. She's one that most don't talk about a lot, but she can score at all 3 levels. She has to do a little bit better job with scoring in her mid-range, but she's great for the Gamecocks. She can shoot the ball. She can dribble. She's a really, really big guard, in my opinion. She's a big guard, and she can play the post player.
Edie whistled for her 3rd foul, Erin Edie. So that could be costly for Charleston. And, you know, people forget Letitia Amma here. She came to South Carolina, graduated high school early. She had, you know, some injury problems. And then she had to miss a few games here in Columbia in her freshman season because she had to go back to Canada to help Team Canada qualify for the Summer Olympics. That good of a player.
Yeah, she's really good. She's very strong. She's very smart. Really good player.
Emma here and Littleton up top for South Carolina as we go beneath 10 seconds before halftime.
Oh, wow. Leah Boston called for her 3rd foul. right before halftime.
With 5.5 seconds left, yeah, that's 3 fouls now on Aaliyah Boston. Dawn Staley does not seem nervous whatsoever. Missing that shot at the line, Taylor Williams, the sophomore. Shot 61% from the stripe as a freshman last year. Misses 2. So Charleston unable to capitalize there. The clock stopped. But 3 fouls on Aaliyah Boston, and Dawn Staley wants to call a timeout before we go to halftime. 64-18 Gamecocks. So Boston actually with 2 fouls as they whistled that last on Anaya Russell. So now Aaliyah Boston can breathe a little easier going into the locker room with just a pair of fouls as opposed to 3.
And I think that's why she was so calm on the sideline, Birch. I think she knew that Boston had 2 fouls instead of 3.
A 42-point Gamecock lead. Looking to run that winning streak now to 27.
Wow, great
Olivia
pass.
Thompson, great pass there.
Oh, wow.
Unable to handle it is Letitia Amahir. South Carolina will have another chance with 0.6 seconds left as Charleston threw it away. And time expires after 1 half of play here in the Colonial Life Arena in Columbia, South Carolina. It's all Gamecocks. They lead 62-20. Season opener for the #1 ranked Gamecocks of South Carolina. Welcome back to Columbia and Colonial Life Arena. We are ready to get the second half underway. Start of the third quarter coming up. Gamecocks leading 42 points over the College of Charleston Cougars. 42-point advantage after the first 2 quarters of play. And South Carolina leading scorer right now, Ziya Cooke. But how about the play off the bench for the Gamecocks and Lily Grissett? 11 points for Lily Grissett. 4 of 4 from the floor is Lily. 4 rebounds as well. She quickly got into double figures scoring for Carolina. Was the first to reach that milestone. Ziya Cooke, 13 points on 4 of 7 shooting from the floor. And the freshman Anaya Russell, 5 of 6 from the free throw line.
All great stats there that you just named there, Birch. Those 3 young ladies are doing a really good job here tonight. I think the whole Gamecock team is doing a really good job at coming out and making sure they're covering that #1 team in the country.
South Carolina start the second half the way they started this ball game with Ziya Cooke, Destiny Henderson, Aaliyah Boston, Bree Bill, and Victoria Saxton, your starting 5. Tyler Gray, Tyler Collins, Aaron Eady, Taylor Williams, and Madison Taylor, the starting 5 to get the second half underway. They were the starting 5 to get this ball game underway for second-year head coach Robin Harmony and the Cougars of Charleston. Cougars moving left to right now on your screen. Pull-up jumper there, nice by Taylor Williams, the sophomore. So Charleston scoring early here in the half. They needed 8.5 minutes in the ball game to start to get their first bucket, but not so here in the second half.
Victoria Saxton does a really good job there with just finishing the basket. Well, she didn't finish the basket. She did a good job at offensive rebounding and getting her rebound and trying to get Another basket. Edie, she has 4 personal fouls. That's not a good sign for College of Charleston. Edie is their only big man, post player. So they're going to have to make some decisions here early on in the second half.
Led Charleston's conference, the CAA, last season in rebounding with 9.7 boards per game. 4 fouls for Edie. She had 3 in the first half and picking up her 4th here very early to open the second half here in the third quarter. Cougars down 64-22 to the Gamecocks, but it's Cougars basketball. First personal foul whistle, I believe, on Bree Beal there. So checking in for Edie is Zoe McCrary. McCrary, 6'2" freshman from Allen, Texas, Allen High School. One of 4 Texans on the roster. Big 3 there for Ziya Cooke. Ziya Cooke launching it from downtown. She's got 16 points now to lead all scorers.
She's a really great three-point shooter. She ended the season last season with 36% from three-point land, and she told me yesterday when we were speaking that she wanted to shoot 40% from three-point land, and that's what she's doing so good this evening, shooting the 3 ball.
Had a good open look, able to get square, dropping it in. Ziya Cooke, big 3-pointer for South Carolina. There's Boston with another rebound for the Gamecocks, but in and out of the hands of Ziya Cooke in transition. Back to Tyler Collins and the Cougars. Victoria Saxton is there for South Carolina to get it right back for the Gamecocks. Weaving her way through traffic as Ziya Cooke kicks it out. Wanting the 3 is Beal, missing the opportunity. And look at the follow-up there for South Carolina down low.
Victoria Saxton just does a really good job at being in the right places at the right time and just putting the ball back on the basket. She's going to be one of those players that you have to box out at all times when scouting.
Another opportunity for the Gamecocks here for defense to offense, and that's just too easy. Too easy for Bree Beal there.
I mean, either you have to stop the ball. The Cougars have to do a better job at stopping South Carolina in transition. South Carolina's been getting a lot of transition points.
Good little move there by Taylor Williams. She's been a bright spot in an otherwise dreary day for the Cougars. An easy finger roll there for Ziya Cooke. Ziya Cooke, 18 points for the Gamecocks now.
She's just getting it going. She's filled the game out. She's picking and popping on her shots. She's figuring out how to score on this Cougars basketball team. And right there, she's doing a really good job at being a help side defender. And what a crafty pass there in transition to Bria Beal. I mean, Ziya Cooke is a player to watch. Very, very fun player to watch.
75-22 South Carolina. How about Ziya Cooke right here, Khadijah?
Help side defense. Get your hands in there, young lady. Push the ball. Nope, not me this time. Behind the back. Nice dime there with the left hand finish by Bria Beal.
South Carolina cheerleaders socially distancing themselves. 75-22 is the Gamecocks distancing themselves from the Cougars, and big reason Ziya Cooke, 18 points. It's been amazing from the floor, 6 of 9 shooting and 4 of 5 from the free throw line, and a couple of assists as well. That last one was a thing of beauty.
Yeah, she's 2 for 3 from three-point land. I mean, she can go. I mean, if you know her, she wants to score the basketball. She wants to get up and down the floor, and she wants to win. She's a competitor. She's going to do what it takes on both ends of the basketball to win.
South Carolina with 3 players in double-digit scoring. Ziya Cooke with 18, then Victoria Saxton with a quiet 13, and Lily Grissett off the bench with 11. Blocked shot there, number 5 for Victoria Saxton.
I mean, 3 rebounds back-to-back, 4 rebounds, 5 rebounds. The Gamecocks has to be boxed out. The Cougars have to do a better job of getting the Gamecocks off the board. That's 5 offensive rebounds in 1 possession there, Birch.
3 of them by Bree Bill. So it's Boston going to the line for Carolina. First trip to the line for Aaliyah. And first foul for Zoe McCrary, who checked out Lexi Maddox, who just checked into the ball game. Maddox, the 6'1 senior from Athens, Georgia, Winder Barrow High School.
Gamecocks drop back into a zone here early, Birch, in the 3rd quarter.
Taylor Williams bottled up, so she kicks it back to Tyler Gray. Now, right wing 3 for Charleston, no good, and it's Destiny Henderson of the Gamecocks coming away with a loose ball off that miss. Short on the floater, but there's Boston.
I mean,
Boston with 10 rebounds now.
She just does such a great job of keeping the ball high, make sure no one gets the ball, no guards can get their hand on the ball. Aaliyah just does a great job of keeping the ball high and putting it right back on the glass.
South Carolina out-rebounding Charleston by 30. Boston able to tap it over to Ziya Cooke, and here come the Gamecocks in transition. Cooke going for the little floater there, and Victoria Saxton fighting for it. She'll draw contact.
You got Aaliyah Boston right here with the offensive rebound, just grabbing the ball, keeping it high, making sure she's keeping it out of the little guards' way. Right now she has 9 points and 10 rebounds, working her way to a quiet double-double.
Can't open the season every year with a triple-double, can you?
I'm not sure she can do that, but right now she's on pace to get that double-double.
She had a ton of those last year as a freshman. 78-22 Gamecocks now with 5:01 to play here in the 3rd. Cruising over the Cougars of Charleston right now. Saxton. Now here's Beal one-on-one.
Oh, what a great defensive play there by Taylor Williams. Getting back in transition and making that big block on the 6'1 guard.
78-22, the #1 ranked Gamecocks in the season opener walking away from the Cougars of Charleston right now with 4:40 to play in the 3rd. Dawn Staley's been pretty good at season openers while at Carolina, 19-2 to be exact. She's won her last 9, looking for number 10 here. They were cruising over the Cougars of Charleston, 78-22. We've got 4:40 remaining in the 3rd, and set to pull the trigger for the Gamecocks, Destiny Henderson.
You know, South Carolina has been ranked #1 before. We know that, but they have never been ranked #1 preseason to start the season. So that's pretty impressive. Coach Staley said it's pretty cool. She doesn't really worry about rankings too much, but she thought that was pretty cool to be ranked #1 in the beginning, and saying that she's made her program a rich program. And I agree with her.
Gamecocks keep it alive there. Go under. Set to go under 10 on the shot clock, but stoppage is whistle and foul. Gamecocks, beautiful job there on that inbounds, getting it low to Victoria Saxton, and Saxton making it easy there, and Saxton with 15 points now for the Gamecocks.
I mean, she just does a great job. It's just nothing you can really do once she gets the ball in the paint. She's so athletic. Once she gets it, she can jump. There's not too many people that can just block her jump shot because she's just so athletic.
Taria Saxton, a quiet double-double now. 15 points, 12 rebounds, second double-double of Victoria's career.
In only 15 minutes, Birch.
And you've seen her dunk the basketball before.
Yes, she can dunk the basketball.
Another Charleston foul. Destiny Henderson at the line for Carolina. Henderson last year shooting 65% from the stripe.
Right now, the Gamecocks aren't shooting the ball too well in the second half from the free throw line.
Destiny does her job there, extends that lead now 81-22. Scrapping for it, Ziya Cooke and Aaron Edie. And Edie has to be careful. You know, she has 4 fouls. Edie does. We've still got 3:50 to play in the third.
The Cougars have to do a better job at attacking South Carolina's zone defense, getting into the gaps, finding the open shooters so they can get some of those three-point shots off so they can get the game a little closer. Good rebound right there by Taylor Williams for the putback.
Just one three-point goal today for Charleston. 1 of 13 from the floor from three-point land are the Cougars. Meanwhile, South Carolina, they've hit 2. They've been very selective, though. 2 of 7 from three-point land.
Oh, wow. Nice fake handoff there by Aaliyah Boston to Ziya Cooke. Instead, she takes it herself for a short jump shot. There she goes with her 14th career double-double. Didn't I tell you she was going to get it, Birch? A quiet double-double. She just lets the game come to her.
Nice spin move there after the interception and laying it in. Destiny Henderson in South Carolina. Their defense is just smothering.
I mean, the backcourt of South Carolina is very dangerous. You have Ziya Cooke on one side and Destiny Henderson on the other side. They're both electrifying guards with that basketball.
Take us through this, Khadijah.
Just watch her in the passing lane. She comes, she sees the defender, keeps the defender on her hip, and she finishes with a high float. I mean, she's just so athletic. Did you see how high she was on that finish? Her and Ziya Cooke are 2 athletic, scrappy guards that, you know, they're going to cause a lot of havoc for teams in the backcourt.
Henderson picking up the foul. So 2 now on Destiny Henderson as Ziya Cooke and Boston come out. Aaliyah Boston and Lily Grissett checks in. She's in double digits as far as scoring goes. Lily Grissett, the only senior on this squad.
Great pass. That's a great point guard setup there by Destiny Henderson. Attack the paint real hard, kick it back, find your freshman shooter in the corner. Good job there by Destiny Henderson.
First three-pointer of her career, Anaya Russell, and Don Staley says there should be many more where that comes from, because one reason why she went after Russell is because of her deep ball threat. She can really shoot it from downtown.
Yeah, she can get it going. Just watch how Destiny Henderson gets the defender to come to her to kick it out to her three-point shooter in the corner. Great basketball there by South Carolina.
Smooth looking shot there by the freshman from Baltimore, Maryland, 6'1", Anaya Russell. 88-26 Gamecocks.
Great block there by Lily Grissett.
Grissett with a handful of block shots now.
I think the Cougars are doing a really good job of trying to get the ball inside, but South Carolina length and shot blocking ability are really causing them some trouble down there.
17 points now for Victoria Saxton as South Carolina goes 10 away from 100. And we've still got a minute and a half thereabouts remaining here in the third quarter.
Great save there by Lily Grissett to save the turnover.
Emma here, nice pass, working it to Victoria Saxton, and Saxton now with 19 points.
And this is a big day for Victoria Saxton. I think she's doing a really good job. She did nothing spectacular. All she did was get offensive rebounds, Birch, and put the ball back in the basket. I mean, she's so dangerous. People sleep on them, and we talk about Aaliyah Boston, the Ziya Cooks, the Destiny Henderson, and the Bria Bills, but you can't leave Victoria Saxton out of the conversation. She does all the right things for the Gamecocks.
So Destiny Henderson drawing contact. 92-26 Carolina with under a minute to play in the third quarter. Khadijah, South Carolina doesn't look like they have missed a beat from where they left things a season ago, do they?
Oh, they sure don't. Speaking to the players yesterday, they just spoke about how frustrating it was to end the season like that last year and how excited they were to get on the court today. And clearly, they're showing that today.
Time falls below a minute now here in the third quarter.
Great block there by Lily Grissett. Great one-hand pass up there to the freshman for two. It's a great game for the freshman here today.
Under 15 seconds to play here in the third. Dropping it in over Wesselek. The Cougars, Tyler Collins. Henderson kicks it out. Here's the freshman Anaya Russell. Pull-up jumper, and time expires as the third quarter comes to a close. Put four fingers in the air. We're heading to the final stanza here in Columbia, where it's been all Gamecocks from the word go.
Great block there by Lily Grissett. Left-hand pass up to the freshman Russell to the finish. Gamecocks up 96-28, heading into the fourth.
A double-double for Victoria Saxton. 19 points in this ball game, tying a career high. 12 rebounds, that is a career high. And 5 block shots as well for Victoria Saxton. The Gamecocks with 2 players with double-doubles right now.
And Bert, she did nothing special, just being in the right spot at the right time, going after the offensive rebounds, keeping the ball high and putting the ball back on the glass, and making free throws. Simple.
Tisha Emma here for South Carolina. Emma here with 6 points. Over the back there, Destiny Littleton. But they're going to whistle that foul on Taylor Williams, sophomore from Daytona Beach, Florida, for the Cougars of Charleston. That's her 4th, so she and Erin Eady with 4 fouls each.
There's Lily Grissett again, there with the offensive rebound in the right place at the right time and finishes well under the basket. She has 13 points tonight in 12 minutes.
And 8 rebounds.
And
so
8
Lily
rebounds.
getting close to a double-double. Looking to join Victoria Saxton in that category for Carolina, and Leah Boston.
Great recovery block there from Letitia.
Emma here, strong underneath.
And I believe that's Edie's 5th foul. I believe that foul there was on Edie.
That is her 5th, so Erin Eady is disqualified. Fouling out with 8:26 to play in this ball game.
I mean, it's pretty hard to go down there and battle South Carolina post players, being one of the only post players on your basketball team, and having to guard Leah Boston, Lily Grissett, Victoria Saxton, and Emma here. I mean, it's just a lot. It's a lot.
Letitia Emma here at the line, misses the front end. It's good on the back. One away from 100 points are the Gamecocks. Last time they scored 100 was back in February when they did that against Florida in SEC play. It was February 27th. Next for the Gamecocks, we'll have Thanksgiving off, and then it's off to South Dakota for the Women's Bad Boy Mowers Crossover Classic. They've got South Dakota, Oklahoma, and Gonzaga in that field.
It's going to be a really good tournament. I think it's going to be really good. I'm sure the Gamecocks are very excited to go and play South Dakota, Oklahoma, and Gonzaga in the upcoming tournament.
Boy, and then you've got NC State, then at Iowa State, and then Temple. South Carolina, that's what makes you better, I think, Khadijah, and Dawn Staley knows that, is in the offseason, or out-of-conference scheduling, rather, if you play the best, it makes you the best.
Yes, you have to have a competitive preseason schedule just to set it up, because the SEC is so tough. Every night in the SEC is tough, and if you're in the SEC, if you ever played it or seen it, that's a tough conference to play. So you have to make sure your preseason schedule prepares you for the SEC season.
3 personal fouls on Elisa Wesselak now.
You see the National Championship Cup there. Someone got Coach Staley. And right here, did you see Lily Grissett? Like you said early on in the show, Bert, she can play all 5 positions. Right now, Coach Staley has her in playing the point guard position right now. So Lily Grissett can do it all, 1 through 5.
Known as the jokester on the team as well. 4 fouls now for freshman Tyler Gray for Charleston. So Gray in foul trouble with 4. Madison Taylor also with 4 fouls for the Cougars. Already fouling out is Aaron Eady. Charleston can ill afford to lose another.
And that just comes from South Carolina also just being aggressive. They were aggressive from the tip-off, Birch. They were getting the ball out in transition, getting points in the paint. They knew they were the bigger team, so they knew where they were getting most of their points at today, inside of the paint.
100 points now as Letitia Amahir sends it north of that. She's good on both free throws. 101-31, Gamecocks rolling. Another rebound for Lily Grissett.
Great take there by the freshman. Being patient in transition, finishing at the rim. She has 10 points on her debut game.
So another Gamecock in double figure scoring. Cooke, Henderson, Boston, Saxton, Grissett, and now Russell. And Lily Grissett is 1 rebound away from becoming the 3rd Gamecock to have a double-double today.
Such a great find there by Russell.
Wesselek getting in on the scoring action. So now every Gamecock on the roster, with the exception of 1, has scored today.
Gamecocks doing a really good job moving the ball, finding the open player, and just finding the best shot on the floor.
$105 points for the Gamecocks. Let's take a look here at Lily Grissett. Nice bounce pass ahead to the freshman.
Nice Euro inside hand finish there by the freshman.
And then a good pass underneath there by the freshman as well. Elisa Wesselek scoring her first points of the season. And Lily Grissett now with her second double-double of her career, and 3 Gamecocks now with double-doubles here today. The last time 3 players for South Carolina went double-double, you've got to go back in your old days there, Khadijah. You've got to go with Ashley Bruner, Alicia Welch, and Elam Ibiam against Kansas.
Oh, man, I was a part of that. I seen it. Oh, there she goes, Birch. She
so every Gamecock has scored now.
I mean, she wasn't even in the game 5 seconds, Birch, and she just a catch and shoot player. That's what she brings to this basketball team, to catch and shoot without thinking.
All-time leading scorer at Lexington High School, just around the corner. Wesselek climbs the ladder and gets the rebound. 6 minutes remaining in this ball game, and every Gamecock is in the box score today for scoring.
Gamecocks is doing a really good job at just finding everybody, making sure everybody gets a little piece of what's going on here today. 110-31, the freshman just showing her ability right now, what she's going to bring to this basketball team in the final minutes in this 4th quarter.
12 points now for Russell. 6 Gamecocks in double figure scoring. Cooke, Henderson, Boston, Saxton, Russell, and Grissett. 3 in double figure rebounded. Boston, Saxton, and Grissett.
Another block. I mean, that is your post player going coast to coast, finishing at the basket on top of a defender. I mean, she just can do it all. I think she's a post player, but she can, she has guard skills.
Littleton loses the handle. It's over to Charleston now. 112-31 Gamecocks.
Great finish right there.
Gamecocks slow down the pace down. 5 on the shot clock. Littleton straight away. Trying to keep it alive is Amahir. But it's Letitia Amahir initiating contact, and she's whistled for the foul. A little fun on the court and a little fun away from it.
Lily Grissett and Aaliyah Boston. Best 2 personalities on the basketball team. There you see Olivia Thompson there for 3 right off the bench.
Season opener for the #1 ranked Gamecocks of South Carolina, and they have had their way with the Cougars of College of Charleston, 112-33, and we've still got 4 minutes, 15 seconds left in this ball game.
I mean, the Gamecocks came out ready to go. They came out, pretty much how they ended the season on fire. Started with, Ziya Cooke running the show with Destiny Henderson. Post players doing a good job of just rebounding the ball, running the floor, and putting the ball back on the basket, Birch.
And South Carolina has not gotten anyone in foul trouble. Meanwhile, Charleston, their best player, Aaron Edie, fouled out a lot earlier here in the second half, and they've got a couple with 4 fouls already now.
And the head coach just talked about, just being able to come into South Carolina, and it's an honor to play Coach Don Staley and the Gamecocks. Is helping them as well as, adding this game. This game was added on late. And they were just glad to be able to come in and compete against the #1 team in the country today.
I think anyone who's playing is just happy to be playing right now. And Olivia Thompson, 5 points for the sophomore from Lexington, South Carolina. You know what happened to her in the offseason? She earned herself a scholarship. What a surprise that was.
I mean, the work she put in the offseason clearly was great, because she came back and she showed Coach Staley what she's gotten better with, and Coach Staley gave her a scholarship. So I know that's a great feeling for Olivia Thompson, paying for school 1 year, and then next year you get a scholarship.
And to see the joy on her teammates' faces as well when that was announced.
Oh, man. They were so happy for her.
One shot.
So at the line for the Cougars, senior Lexi Maddox. Amahir beats the defense, draws the contact.
It's really good post-to-post screen there.
Seven players for Carolina in double-digit scoring, including Letitia Amahir. Amahir with 11 points, looking to add to that total from the free throw line.
2 more rebounds. She'll have a double-double.
This is both. Wesolek unable to get the loose ball off the miss. Coming up on 3 minutes to play, Gamecocks in control, 114-36. In and out on the 3 attempt and into the hands of Amahir for Carolina.
She's 1 rebound away from a double-double.
Tisha Amahir from Ontario, Canada. So she could possibly be the 4th Gamecock today with a double-double.
That's very impressive to start the season. You have 4 players almost getting a double-double. That's pretty impressive.
It's never happened in the Dawn Staley era. Take away Gamecocks. Littleton bangs in hard. Colliding with Amira Williams, 5'11" freshman.
Just a tag.
So 2 shots for Destiny Littleton. You know, she's really been waiting for this day. Littleton sat out last season after transferring from Texas, took the opportunity to have big-time surgery on her ankles.
Has to feel good for a player just being back out there playing after having surgery and having to not be able to walk for such a long period of time.
What's the takeaway for Dawn Staley today?
She just sees that her team is still ready to go. She has about starting 6, in my opinion, with Lily Grissett coming off the bench being so electrifying as she is. She still sees that she has, you know, scoring from all different angles. Her team is so focused right now. She's just so focused on just winning and taking one game at a time. So Coach Staley just has to see right now who's going to handle, you know, the ball in crunch time when close games are going on and things in that manner. But today she's going to take away a lot of scoring. Her team can get up and down on the floor.
Here's Littleton. She's earning the trip to the athletic trainer's office today, isn't she?
I mean, she's just banging it up right now.
She's back at the line, makes that shot. Fouling out Tyler Gray. So the Cougars with 2 players getting disqualified. Aaron Edie the first, and now freshman Tyler Gray.
Great kickback.
There's that rebound that, well, no, that was an air ball, so it doesn't go for Letitia. That would have been, well, they do give it the rebound to Letitia Amahir. So 4 players with a double-double now. First career double-double for Letitia Amahir. Well, that looked to be an air ball, but it must have clipped. So 4 players
in a double-double.
With double-doubles, points and rebounds. And that's a first in the Dawn Staley area, maybe first in program history.
Yeah, I believe so. She's definitely going to, Coach Staley, when you asked me about the takeaway, she's definitely going to look in the free throw category lane. They're 31 from 46 right now, 67% from the line.
Long distance 3, well off the mark. Littleton pushes it ahead. Back to Olivia Thompson. Now Wesselak.
Great take there by Destiny Littleton.
So the win streak for South Carolina will move on to 27 games now. And Dawn Staley will go to 20-2 in season openers. Bama here whistled for a travel there. So an impressive performance for South Carolina all the way around from start to finish. 4 players with double-doubles today. Every player scoring points. And the number 1 ranked Gamecocks of South Carolina will extend that win streak now to 27 games as they take care easily of the Cougars of College of Charleston. Most points scored in a Don Staley era game. That was 111 against Savannah State back in 2014. Now 119 is the new total as they dispatch the Cougars easily, 119-38. Khadijah, 4 players with double-doubles.
Very impressive win here for the number 1 team in the country.
Well, folks, thanks for joining us. We are so happy you were here and so happy to be back. Basketball is back in South Carolina. They have not missed a beat. The number 1 ranked team in the land rolls over the College of Charleston Cougars. Have a safe and happy Thanksgiving, everyone. From Columbia, South Carolina, for Khadijah Sessions, I am Birch Antley.